Hello, friends and fellow adventurers. Welcome to the MNmaxed podcast. We want to thank you for joining us, and you do so as we continue the Extinction curse. As always, we'd like to invite you to come join our Discord, where you can hang out with us and other listeners of the show. And if you'd like to throw a little financial support our way, you can check out our Patreon. And a shout out to all of those at our big number level and above: Wolf, Rock Jedi, Blartimus Slump, Juicy Daddy, Elisa Ellie, Das Chris, Fizzgig, Jacob Moriarty, AC Goldner, Tawdry Monster, Dicky Lopez, Carnifex, Alex K, Mordine, Doma El Laka, Dr. Grinnis, Forevermore, Frank L, Just Mike Works, Ross D, Treehugger, Darren W, Gold Rhino, and Indie Link. Shout out to new patron this week at the build-up level, Tommy 5 Cent. Thank you all for your support. And now a recap of Session 83. After defeating two little creepy fae things, we search around and find some magic items. We spend a couple hours healing up as we're pretty injured at this point. We then head upstairs to explore the rest of Fortune's Hall. We come to a room with two more Brugataches and an emo emu thing. Moonlight and Peach Pie get confused. Eventually, they get over it and kill the enemies. We find a trap door that zaps Moonlight. The door leads to a fairly magical library. It would appear someone summoned the Brugataches here. We spend an hour doing a ritual to reverse the summon. All the corpses disappear, and the enchantments seem to have now worn off the patrons. From there, still very low on resources, we head to the stables, the last thing to investigate. Hopefully we don't find some giant fuck-off terrible monster.
So we go into the stables. Is there anything?
So you walk into the stables. There's a couple of horse stalls here. There are, in fact, 3 starving and terrified horses that neigh loudly when you enter.
Jeb, we can probably use your help with these.
Just kidding. I'll help.
This is your jam, man. Animals.
Yeah, what am I looking
3
at?
starving horses.
Yep, 3 starving horses. Yep, they're starving. Nobody's attended to them for weeks now.
I mean, is there like hay and shit that I can just feed them?
You could look around for some.
I see a pile of hay.
Yeah.
I will use Glad Hand on these horsies, which means I can, my first impressions, instead of using the 1 minute thing.
Nice.
And then I'm a druid with a 19 diplomacy. Makes sense. 32. I take a -5 to that. 27.
Yeah, a 27 is successful. You are able to turn all of the horses from unfriendly to friendly in this case.
And I pitchfork some hay up to him.
Jeb, as you're pitchforking hay up here, you hear a clattering from deeper in. It's not from a stall where there's any horses, but it looks like there's a mound of something in there.
Alright, I'll investigate.
Jeb, as you go to step up, you open the door to the stall, and as you do, you see this just heaping mound of bones and viscera and cartilage of discarded humanoid bones. And it's building upon itself. You see bones sticking to each other and magically climbing up the sides, forming 2 legs, then going in to form a waist and the spine, rib cage, 2 enormous arms, and then finally a fanged skull up at the top. And it looks like this. That
It's friendly. It's huge.
that is a huge creature.
What the fuck is up with this place?
I attempted diplomacy of animal empathy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is not gonna go well for me.
Why?
Because we got no spells.
Yeah.
Well, and no one has any spells.
This huge undead roars silently at Jebediah, and we need to go into initiative. So at the beginning of our combat, we've got this skeletal being that is composed of the remains of people who have starved to death in Fortune's Hall, and they're all angry, and they've formed into this abomination that is huge in size that wakes up upon being disturbed by the party as they're exploring the stables. At the top of the order, this thing newly formed as its first action leans over and bites Jebediah. Gets a 47 to hit.
Well, this is starting really well.
Jeb, you are going to take 80 points of damage on a critical hit.
Goodness.
All right.
And with its second action, it's going to grab you
No.
in its jaws. And because this thing couldn't get sustenance in life, it uses its third action to swallow Jeb whole.
Hey, guys, please go all out. I'm probably dead.
You say all out.
We're already all out.
This is an athletics check.
Oh my god, a nat 20. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus, yeah. Nat 20 on the athletics. Reflex DC. If it succeeds, it swallows. So there's no critical success. I guess that's good. You're no longer being grabbed. Instead, you're now swallowed.
But for real, though, it's a skeleton. He just falls through and is standing at his feet.
That's what I thought too, personally.
Remember, we do have our reflection of life. I don't think anybody's used it today.
Oh, thank God you said that. I was like, I'm trying to think of how I can, like, not die.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's used theirs yet.
We got anything that kills undead?
Got a hammer.
It's not just an empty rib cage. You're talking about the bones and viscera of people who have starved to death are like surrounding you as you're in this thing's rib cage. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage from that, and you also are now suffocating. What's your constitution score?
18.
18. So you have 9 rounds before you start suffocating. Well, after the large skeleton swallows Jebediah whole, Wizard, you are in a random stall in the stable, not even nearby, but you absolutely hear the ruckus.
Okay. Well, first action, I'm going to move out so I can see what is causing this ruckus. Stand about 25 feet away. Nah, I'm going to stay 30 feet away. And second and third action, I will do a recall knowledge on it. What do you want?
Religion for this one.
Religion. And I'm using 2 actions.
Are you taking 2 actions to do that?
I am, yes.
Okay.
It just did a lot of damage and swallowed one of my teammates. I want to know what the fuck it is. 16 on the die for a 37.
A 37 is a failure. I will give you one piece of information.
Resistances?
Aside from what I've given you so far, you don't know exactly what this creature is called. But given its lore, certain things are tugging at you. It is resistant to cold damage, electricity damage, fire damage, piercing damage, and slashing.
Resistant or immune? Do I know the difference?
Resistant.
Okay, so it's not immune to any of those damages.
Not immune to those types, that's correct.
Okay.
Can't give you too much on a failure.
I mean, it's a fucking 37. That's bullshit if it's a failure.
I mean, it is a failure. And, I mean, that should tell you the creature's level, or hint at it. It's
And its rarity, I would assume.
actually, that's probably where it's all coming from. This creature has the unique trait.
It's pretty unique.
It's one of a kind.
Peach pie. Smash it.
Okay.
The wizard, at the end of your turn, you feel this hunger pang hit your stomach. You get hit with the munchies so hard that you need to give me a fortitude save.
Wonderful. 19 on the die for a 40.
A 40 is a success.
Thank God. If you would have said failure, I would have just been like, fuck this, I'm out. 40's a failure.
This game! Then after the wizard, Peach Pie, it's your turn.
Yeah,
Where are you at right now?
I am in the middle of this barn here, and it is about 15 feet away from me with a Jeb inside it. 2 actions, Reflection of Life, activate. 1 action, Rage, done. Make him come to me.
Peach Pie, at the end of your turn, you are also hit with starvation. You're starving and it hurts. Give me a fortitude save.
38.
That is a success, or
For me, a critical success.
you stave off the damage. Jebediah, it is your turn. You are in this thing's gross bone viscera prison. And you're slowed 1, you lose your first action. What do? You get 2 actions. You're holding your breath. You have 9 rounds. And every time you use an attack action, you lose twice as many rounds on how long you're holding your breath until you start suffocating. Like Swallow Whole, it has a rupture. based on a certain damage type and a amount of damage dealt of that type.
Yeah, I don't really have a choice other than to just activate the life as well and be done.
Jeb, at the end of your turn, you need to give me a fortitude save.
36?
A 36 is a success. You feel that same starvation trying to attack your gut, and you stave off the damage from it. Moonlight, it's your turn.
I don't have very many one-action things. First, I draw a wand. Then, actually, I draw 2 wands, and I step closer to Peach Pie and the Wiz.
Do you drop your staff, I'm assuming, in order to do that?
Yeah, I'll have to.
Okay.
I don't use the staff anyways.
Ringleader staff clatters to the stable floor. Moonlight, give me a fortitude save.
40, the 19 on the die.
You are also just fine. You guys are killing the fortitude saves, and that's fantastic.
For now.
Then that's the top of round 2. That is now its turn. With its first 2 actions, it uses a breath weapon.
Interesting.
It breathes a spray of bone shards in a 30-foot cone.
Does Jeb come out? Jeb's got to come out. We get hit by bone shards and Jeb.
No, I don't think that's how that works. I need a reflex save from Peach Pie, Moonlight, and the Wizard.
I suppose this isn't a spell effect. The breath weapon, it shouldn't be a spell.
It has the divine trait and the necromancy trait.
Does it have like the magical trait?
You know, it doesn't, but if there's anything that I gleaned from reading Secrets of Magic is that when something has a trait of one of the 4 schools of magic, that it is magic. So I'm going to say you get the bonus.
Oh, I guess it has spells and magical effects, not just spells, so
This would be a magical effect based on the divine and necromancy traits.
I get a 40.
So it looks like the Wizard and Peach Pie fail.
Yeah, I got a 26. That's not a critical fail, right?
No, that is a critical failure. Yep, a 26 is a critical failure.
How about Peach Pie's 27?
Is not a critical failure.
It's a breath weapon. How much damage could it do, right, guys?
On double damage, a lot.
Right. Should I hero point this?
It's up to you, man.
Do you think it's gonna one-shot me?
No, I don't think it's going to one-shot.
I have 114 HP.
No, you've got enough hit points. I don't think a one-shot.
A breath weapon's not going to one-shot you. It's not going to be... I'm betting like 3 or 40-12.
We're about to be fucking embarrassed.
Yeah, Tyler's laughing inside like, yo, you guys are so fucked.
I'm not laughing, I swear.
I take the critical fail. Let's see the damage.
Why would you take a credit out of that?
Because you said it's not going to one-shot me.
That doesn't mean it's not gonna kick the shit out of you.
With no healing left.
Let's see it.
90-12.
86 damage. That's not that bad.
It easily could have been one-shotted, though. Like, that was
easily could
really
have been.
silly.
Taking Moonlight out if Moonlight would have critically failed.
I'm at 28 HP. I'm okay.
I succeeded though, right, Tyler?
You did succeed.
So I take half damage, right?
You take half damage. So that means that Moonlight's going to take 21 points of piercing damage. Peach Pie is going to take 43 points. And the Wizard's going to take 86.
Oh.
And it can't use it again for 3 rounds.
You didn't have to tell us that part. That should be secret.
I don't care.
It doesn't matter. We're pretty fucked. Other than Peach Pie, we are all under 60 hit points.
That's fine. I'm just going to pop my Resonant Reflection.
And run away.
We're not all fucked. Jeb's fucked, because you guys can run. I'm dead.
Okay. With its third action, it is going to stride out of the stall that it's standing in. It's only moving like 10 feet forward, but it absolutely demolishes the wall of the stable that the bodies were in and steps right up to Peach Pie.
All right.
That's going to take us to the Wizard. It is your turn.
Elf step 10 feet away because it's way too close to me and I don't like it. Second and third action, remember the Reflection of Life.
Okay.
So how much is that now? Where are we at with that?
6.
Fast healing 6.
For 1 minute.
Does fast healing take effect at the end of my turn or beginning of my turn?
Beginning.
Beginning.
Do I have to make another fortitude save or is that like a once?
Nope. You have to make another fortitude save.
Cool. 30. Let's see what happens when we fail these.
You feel the intense pain of starvation, and you take 24 points of damage.
And the whiz is down to 4 HP. Okay.
Because of the awful effects of starving, you are also fatigued.
We haven't even hurt this thing yet.
Then after the wizard, it's Peach Pie's turn.
That is about to change. We swing, and we get a 38 to hit.
A 38 hits.
And we deal 42 damage. And we swing again, and we get a 34 to hit.
A 34 also hits.
And we deal 29 damage. And I shove him back 5 feet, and I don't fall with my third action.
Knockback.
Knockback.
You get shoved back 5 feet. Nice.
My third action, not being able to hit him, is much better used making him take another action to move toward me, if indeed he has to move toward me to hit me. Or wants to move toward me to hit me.
Peach Pie, at the end of your 3 actions, give me a fortitude save.
30.
A 30 fails. You will take 25 points of starvation damage.
Right?
And you are also fatigued.
You know, my D6s never looked that good.
That was just a really good D6s. After Peach Pie, we go to Jebediah. Get 6 back from the resonant reflection of life. Lose your first action.
What would be our spell level equal to half rounded up? So level, this would be 6.
6, yeah.
So I couldn't heighten Searing Light, right? Because it's a level 3 spell.
Well, you can. It's been clarified by Bowman that you can heighten a spell to any spell slot above it. You just don't get the certain heightened effects until you meet those heightened things. So invisibility is a 2nd level spell, but it doesn't heighten until 4th level. You can prepare it and cast it from a 3rd level slot. You just don't get the 4th level benefit.
Yeah, it just makes it harder to counter.
Yeah, I can cast Searing Light as an innate divine spell, heightened to a spell level equal to half my level.
Because of...
It's a level 3 spell.
Heightened to half your level, so it'd be a 6th level spell. Innate is just like cantrips, I think. They just heighten to your highest possible.
Yeah, so we can cast at 6th level.
Yeah.
I'm reading the reflection of light right now, Spencer. We can cast 6th level.
Okay.
That moment when your party realizes that they can all cast a 6th level spell that will just wreck this thing is it's great.
Is this considered an attack? Or is it a spell? Like, is it like a physical attack that would drain?
You would be casting the spell, so first we have to overcome using a manipulate action while you're being grappled. You need to make a DC 5 check.
Okay.
So you succeed your flat check with a 15. So now you can use your 2nd and 3rd actions to cast a spell.
And it runs off your charisma as an innate spell, right?
That is correct.
So I don't even know what it would be. I don't do spell attacks.
Yeah, so it's basically just going to be your...
You're level plus 2, because you're just trained, right?
Or are you expert in your class right now?
I'm an expert.
So that means that your innate spells are also going to be an expert, because it's a primal spell. So
That's primal.
So that means it's going to be your level plus 4, so it's at least a base 16. What's your charisma modifier?
1.
That means 17. So you're going to roll at a plus 17, which is pretty bad.
Aww.
So you get a 22 on spell attack roll, is going to miss.
Don't use it. Don't use your hero point. Save it for when you die.
Okay, this is fun. I'm done.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm just going to start looking up a new character.
We're not going to let you die.
There's no fucking way I don't die.
I'm gonna have to run.
You guys are going to have to run. You guys have to.
It's pretty unlikely that he doesn't die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to use 3 actions to run.
Take the whole circus and come fight this thing. Cannon fodder. You guys are gonna run away. My poor body's gonna get resonant life for 9 turns while I just keep coming back to life and dying over and over again.
Jeb, you're going to take 18 points of starvation damage, which puts you at how much health?
37.
That's going to take us over to Moonlight. It's your turn.
I do think that running is going to be like our only option, though.
Try the Searing Light and just see how it works.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a Searing Light. That was almost a good number.
What'd you get on the spell attack roll?
You being
29.
charisma based, I would think might have a chance at getting him.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my hero point. I'm running away anyways. Nope, that's a 4.
25 on the Syrian Light is going to miss.
This game
Moonlight.
can kiss my ass.
Give me a fortitude save.
Wasn't fucking done yet. I'm running away.
You're not done yet. Okay, sorry.
All right, now I need to give you a fortitude save. 27.
Wait, hold on. Line of effect. You're outside of the stable.
Yep, I'm out of here.
Don't have to make the fortitude save. Yay.
Yay. I feel so special.
Well, that's going to take us over to the large skeleton creature, I'm just going to go ahead and reveal its name, the Starved Staff of Fortune's Hall. Uses their first action to lean over and bite down on Peach Pie. Gets a 35 to hit.
That will hit.
That's going to deal Peach Pie 42 points of damage.
All right.
With its second action, it's going to grab you. And then with its third action, it's going to swallow you whole.
Okay.
So first, it's going to make the athletics check against your reflex DC. 43.
That will succeed.
Peach Pie
And then
gets swallowed by the
fun,
giant
casters.
skeleton creature.
And it can hold 2 people?
I double check
Medium-sized creatures?
because this particular creature's swallow hole is large in size. Because the first creature it swallowed was medium, it could also swallow another medium creature. If Jeb was large, then it could not have swallowed Peach Pie.
What the fuck would I be large, Tyler?
You're not. I'm just saying, just for comparison. That's how Swallow Hole reads. All right, Peach Pie, you will take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you go down into this thing's bony prison. And you are with Jebediah. Wizard, it's your turn.
Okay, well, fuck. I'm at 10 HP.
I mean, literally just run, or we roll 4 characters.
I'm just gonna do the same thing Moonlight did and fire off that Searing Light. Mine's gonna be much worse though, because my charisma is actually -1. So instead of a +16, it's gonna be a +15 to hit. Crit fish, missed. Nope, that's a 21. That's probably a critical miss. Third action, run the fuck away.
It is a miss, and your run the fuck away is noted. Because you were outside of line of effect of this thing's starvation aura, you will not need a fortitude save. That's going to take us over to Peach Pie. Peach Pie, you are slowed, so you lose your first action. It's your turn.
I'd like to make an attempt to escape from this with an athletics check.
You can, in fact, do that.
Yes. Oh, I roll in that 1. I take my hero point.
Oh.
And I try again.
Okay.
And I roll an 18 on the die to get a 41.
Okay. Explain to me what you're doing.
Peach Pie, just as he's going down, he shoves his hammer into the thing's mouth and pries it open. Does he succeed?
If the victim escapes this ability's grabbed condition, which means it's just like escaping a standard grab,
This is typically the athletics DC of a creature grabbing you.
then that is a success.
And what's the rest of that fucking sentence? When a creature escapes this way, all other creatures that are swallowed whole also escape.
Yes, if the victim escapes this ability's grab condition, exits through the monster's mouth and frees any other creature grabbed in the monster's mouth or jaws.
Action 2, I run away. Come on, Jim!
My sadness has dissipated.
Oh, that was fantastic. Well used hero point. That was fantastic.
I knew what I was doing. And then whose turn is it when I'm done?
After that, you are also outside of the starvation aura. You are not in line of effect of this thing. So no fortitude save. Jeb, you are on the ground next to this thing. I'm going to say you're not prone because it doesn't say anything about you being prone after being pulled out of this thing. So Peach Pie reaches down as he gets swallowed, pulls you out. What do you do on your turn? You're not slowed, so you don't lose that first action.
I make 3 runs, and I just wave my hand at Turtle, and we both just fucking take off. And I make it there.
Jeb used all 3 of your actions to flee.
Yeah.
Is anybody else slightly concerned it's going to chase after us?
I don't think it's going to leave the barn.
If it leaves the barn, this whole entire place is fucked.
That's
it just
true.
is what it is.
All right, after Jeb runs away, being freed from this creature, Moonlight, it's your turn.
I spend another movement to get farther away. Then my second and third action, I will activate my Resonant Reflection.
That's going to take us to the top of round 4. And this creature you can hear from inside.
Does he Kool-Aid Man out?
Stomping tables and just breaking down walls as he exits. It takes him 2 actions to exit the barn, but he breaks down the front doors of the stable, and he is standing next to Peach Pie and the wizard. And I'm going to say because he walked up, had to break this thing down, that's all 3 of his actions.
To the Phantom Steeds!
Oh yeah, Moonlight also tells Cubby and the Gadarin, run! Run now!
What about the people inside?
They don't need much convincing after the scene of this thing crashing through the entrance of the stable. Got a 25-foot tall skeleton creature that's coming for you. Oh yeah. That's going to lead us over to the wizard. It's your turn.
Where are the Phantom Steeds?
The Phantom Steeds are wherever you left them.
Right at the front entrance. 30 feet away from me. We did state that we left them
But
here,
we
though, right?
we made very clear that we were leaving them so we could take them back.
I would imagine they're somewhere by the stables, which we're at the stables.
I mean, they're magic horses. You can put them wherever the fuck you want to put them.
Yeah.
I'm the whiz. I would have left them by the stables because that makes logical sense.
Legit. Then that's what we'll go with. Here
Horses
are
go by the stables.
4 riding horse tokens that I put on intersections because fuck me. Apparently.
Well, that's what they always do.
I'm going to use my first action to elf step away because I still don't. Like, I assume this thing doesn't have attacks of opportunity, but I'm still scared. And then mount a horse and take off with my second and third actions. I would assume Jeb and Moonlight probably went to the horses too, for the steeds. I know we
False.
said they like ran, but
I am running. You might as well just write terror in my stat
there should
block.
only be 3 steeds. Turtle is Moonlight's steed. And then, how fast are these fuckers?
I think they're 40.
Yeah, 40 feet, so move me 40 feet the fuck away. 40. I'm right next to Jeb on my Phantom Steed.
Then, after the wizard comes in and mounts one of the Phantom Steeds, it gets up near Jeb. Jeb, the wizard, Cubby, Gadarin, Turtle are all up at the front of Fortune's Hall. Peach Pie, you are more next to the wagon.
Hold up.
Oh,
Aura.
60 feet? Are you? Oh, I guess I should remeasure it. I didn't think you were 60 feet.
Oh, you're just out of it.
You're just outside of 60 feet.
Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
This 4 HP vest.
Where did Gadarin and Cubby go when they ran, or have they not ran yet?
I'm going to say they haven't ran yet, but they're also not close enough to the starvation order for it to be an issue this round, so they will be able to flee. They're probably just going to run around the house. Peach Pie, you're right next to this monstrosity. The
Yeah.
entrance of the stable.
Rather than going to the horses, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to run. I'm running north, kind of around this building. I'm getting all the way to there. So I go way north, up and around, kind of northwest, and now I'm by a tree. So I go a different direction.
You actually run around outside of the wrought iron fence that was the garden terrace.
Yes.
The Gimmerling fight.
Yes.
So you're on the north side of that, outside of the starvation aura. No fortitude save necessary. That's going to take us over to Jebediah. It's your turn.
180 feet.
Is that how fast you can move?
Sorry, not 180.
The boots. You've got the boots, dude. Activate the boots to run away.
How much more does that give me? Like 10?
I don't remember.
I think I could run more without it.
It might be better not using the actions on it, yeah.
Well, it's probably 2 actions, so for the first round, yeah, you're going to lose a couple feet, but after that, you'll make it up.
You just get a +5.
Oh, it's only a +5.
I run 90 feet east, and Turtle stays behind to pick up Moonlight.
All right. Then Moonlight. It's your turn.
Moonlight runs inside, but as they pass Turtle, they tell Turtle, meet me round back. And Moonlight's just gonna try to get inside to tell these people to run.
Got it. Okay. Gadarin and Cubby are going to follow you inside. I would consider Gadari and Cubby with you and your token wherever you're at, unless you specified that they need to go someplace else. So, at the end of Moonlight's turn, top of round 5, this creature gets its actions, and everybody fucking ran away from him. So he's going to use his first 2 actions, storming out of the stable, going toward the only creature, the only character who is in sight right now, which is the wizard. So the huge undead skeletal monster stomps across the front yard of Fortune's Hall and gets right up on the wizard, and that's the end of its turn. Wizard, it is your turn.
It's on your ass.
I use my first action to move 40 feet away.
Say, so wizard, fucking run away.
Yeah, I go around the corner of the building to get out of line of sight of him, so I don't have to deal with the fucking aura. Using 2 actions, and then I might just keep going. I'm gonna keep going and use my third action too. I'm just gonna go back all the way to the back side of the building to see what Moonlight is doing.
We're gonna pass each other going opposite ways around the house.
And Moonlight's running through the middle.
Everyone's gonna meet him back. Alright, then after the wizard, who is out of line of effect of the starvation aura, Peach Pie, it's your turn.
Yeah, I don't know what it did on its turn. I can't see it. I didn't hear it coming after me, right?
You did not, no. That one's pretty obvious. He's a huge undead skeletal abomination. Hard to miss it.
I mean, I have no idea where it is right now, but I'm just gonna move around to the back here, I guess, and find a place to hide. Go there with 65 feet. That sounds good. What do I see off to the north here? What's off to the north?
Off to the north of where you're located.
Is it just woods?
Yeah, it is just, it's swamplands. The Fortune's Hall is on top of a small hillock in the swamplands to the east of Willowside. Going north of where you're at, it's just going to lead you into the swamp.
Okay. So I'm just to the north of Fortune's Hall. Try to make my way back around. Maybe I'll try and sneak onto one of those horses and run away back to the circus when I get a chance. Just going to try and evade that big old skelly man for now.
All right, so you're back by where the bunkhouses that you came across with the staff members in them.
Yeah.
Jebediah, you're just running to the east, right?
Where is camp? Where's Circus?
So Circus is actually west.
Fuck!
Back to town's actually the opposite direction that you ran in. So take that as you will.
I run 90 feet south.
Okay, you're doing the big loop around.
Yep.
All right, Moonlight. You're running through the hall.
Oh, and Turtle listens to Moonlight and runs to the back.
Oh, okay, so Turtle continues on to the back.
Yeah, Moonlight will move 2 actions to get into this back area and just tell everybody run west. Out the back and run west. Everybody, out the back. Run back to town as fast as you can. Are there any that just look like there's absolutely no way they're going to be able to move quickly?
I mean, they're all fatigued. You just can't use exploration activities, and you take a -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws. That's
Not that bad.
not that bad. So, yes, they're going to be able to flee west. Are you going to be leading them?
No, I tell them to go back to town. Go back to Willowside.
Do you have quick coercion?
You want me to intimidate them?
They have some objections, being that they haven't seen the thing that you're running from. So...
And I don't sound scared out of my fucking mind? I mean, I do, yes. I have quick coercion.
Okay, all right.
I also have group coercion, and I believe I am a master now. Yeah, I can't be legendary yet. Not possible. So yeah, I'm master, so I can do up to 10.
I'm going to say that's enough for everyone in the area.
So you want me to roll an intimidate check against these people?
I kind of do, yeah. I do. Because they're going to say, well, what do you want us to run from? Where are we going? Are you going to take us with you?
So this is more to just sound super fucking scared. I get a 34 to sound scared out of my mind. Giant undead. Just run, people. Don't ask questions.
they've seen some of the things that you're capable of, and seeing that coming from Moonlight, they're like, oh, okay, all right, let's run. So they'll all be spending all of their actions following you, Moonlight. So for all intents and purposes, you're...
I told you, I'm not leading them. I'm telling them where to go.
Oh, you're
I'm
telling them
ushering them out this door around.
So right in that backstage area to go back into the actors' green room, you usher people out, which is where the Wizard and Turtle are coming around the corner of right now.
Yep.
Which takes us over to its turn. Nobody is in sight of this creature, so it continues on its merry way. Wizard, you see behind you, it comes around the corner of the house, of the Fortune's Hall, and it turns to face you. Wizard, it's your turn.
Wonderful.
So from what I'm gathering of what you guys are doing, you're leading it around the long way of Fortune's Hall, and then once you get out back, everybody's fleeing to the west, correct?
Are all these fucking innocent people up and moving yet?
They are.
Okay, so I don't need to worry about them.
I mean, you're gonna have to worry about them.
And where are they at in initiative?
I mean, if one or two gets fucking eaten, who cares?
That's why I'm not tracking one or two of them getting eaten. I just like them as a group. I need to know what's up, and they're just last in initiative, man.
Yeah, I mean, Moonlight came in, told them what to do, so they're going to be right after Moonlight, I would assume.
Exactly.
Oh, then I just keep running. I'm not going to count it out. It's 120 feet out and away.
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna consider you away because it can only follow you so quickly.
I was trying to decide if I would go like distract the thing and let the people escape, but I don't think the Wiz would really.
With 4 HP, you're gonna think about distracting.
I'm at 28 HP now.
Oh, that's right. We're going up.
I might be able to survive the aura once, maybe. Probably not. You'd probably kill me. Yeah. I don't think the Wiz would give a fuck about the innocent people, to be honest. Like, he's not leaving them to, like, on purpose to die. He thinks that they'll probably get away, but he's not gonna, like, risk his own life to save them. He's not good, but he's not, like, an evil. I'm not leaving them behind so they can slow down the enemy.
Got it.
Would it be evil to do so, or just...
Yeah, I would see an argument for chaotic neutral, self-preservation in that regard.
Why chaotic neutral? I still think I'm true neutral on this move.
But that move might be chaotic neutral, but that doesn't mean you are chaotic neutral.
Why? I think this move is true neutral.
Yeah, but I think you think everything the Wizard does is true neutral.
It's not the way alignment works.
Why is it chaotic?
Because you're thinking of yourself more than others.
No, I just said I thought about them. That was my first thought.
Okay, all right.
That was the Wiz's thought. Like, are they gonna go first? Are they gonna get away? Yep, I think they're gonna get away. Educated guess, they're getting away. I'm out too.
All right. Well, then after the Wizard with his Phantom Steed runs across the backyard and west back toward Willowside, Peach Pie, you see him run by from your place in between
Robes flapping in the wind.
You got it.
I mean, rides by, but...
Yeah. Do I hear this giant monster clomping toward me? Or do I just assume it is because of the Wizard running that way?
I think it's a good assumption to make, yeah.
I'm still, even after everything you explained to the Wizard, I'm trying to visualize what it looks like these people running away. Given the situation in front of me, do I feel as though there is any way I could interpose myself between them and this skeleton to protect them at all as they try to escape?
It's not very quick,
Yeah.
right? It has a 25-foot movement speed. I'll just out that right away. So you think that, assuming that the people have a head start, that they could probably outrun this thing?
Well, let's make sure they get that head start. I will just place myself right around this corner, and I'm going to move there with one action, so let me make sure that's not... Okay, 30 feet, perfect. I move there with one action, and with my second two actions, I ready action to attack the skeleton. If it gets to me, I'm just going to try and stop it for a round or two to let these people run away. I have 109 HP to work with.
Then, Jebediah,
I'm running south.
you're running south to make your big loop? All right. Jeb continues to run, circling around the south end of the Fortune's Hall where everybody else is going around the north end, but heading west. Moonlight, it's your turn.
Moonlight moves out, tells Turtle to run, and then casts a spell at this thing. Yeah, Moonlight needs a reflex save from large monster thingy.
All right, reflex save. It is huge.
Did I not realize it? I thought it was large. Shit.
It's
Nope,
huge.
it's huge in size. It gets a 32 on its reflex save.
Oh, it just barely succeeds. I'm grabbing a gravity well behind it,
Okay, nice.
so it only moves 5 feet towards the center with a success.
Hey, any amount of leeway you can give certainly helps.
And yeah, tells Turtle to run and tells all the other people to keep moving.
The turtle's kind of hurting the... All right, then after Moonlight, it's their turn, and they get standard 25 feet of movement here. The people exit Fortune's Hall, run around the side, past Peach Pie, who's taking a stand with his mallet, and Turtle is sticking with the humans, kind of herding them along as they go, which is going to lead us to the starved staff, the huge monstrosity. They're going to continue plodding along, and because they can't get close enough to Moonlight with their first 2 actions, ready for this? Because their reach is 15 feet, and you pushed them back 5, they need to spend 3 actions to get within reach of you. So Gravity Well saved you a jaw attack on this.
That is so much reach. I wasn't putting the reach into consideration.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot reach. And because you pushed him back 5 feet, you pushed out of that reach. So it has to spend all 3 actions, but it does to step up and just loom over Moonlight. That takes us over to the wizard, who I'm assuming is...
3 actions to move one of my phantom steeds, or call one of my phantom steeds to me. So there's another phantom steed right next to me for somebody.
So you're just west of Fortune's Hall. You've stopped. You're calling a steed to you
Yeah.
after stopping. Got it.
And three actions should get it to me.
Then after the wizard, that's going to lead us over to Peach Pie. It is your turn once more.
Bernard sees all of the people running behind them with Turtle. Well, Bernard and Peach Pie both see it. Like, turn the head to watch them go, and Peach Pie turns back toward where he knows this monster's coming from, and he still stands his ground, and will take 2 actions to ready action to attack again. And Bernard will say, "You're doing the right thing, Peach Pie. You're doing the right thing. You're a hero." That's my turn.
Beautiful. Peach Pie, for taking a stand, take a hero point.
Yay.
What the fuck am I? Chopped liver? Jesus Christ.
He did cast the gravity well.
You did cast the gravity well. I just like the RP moment. Then after Peach Pie, Jebediah, I'm assuming you continue to run.
I'm literally running back to town at this point. I'm running west.
Moonlight, it's your turn. This thing is looming over you. It is adjacent to you.
I cast invisibility. And run north. See Peach Pie standing there, and I tell Peach Pie to run. Run! Get out of here! We can outrun it.
And we begin to kite it.
We're kind of getting to that point, except for Moonlight did a thing, and I need to check something.
How good at hearing it is. Or if it can sense sense me.
Spirit sense, or yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does have something like that.
Yeah, well, I didn't have much of a choice.
And does the aura still affect him if he's invisible?
Fuck, you're right. Moonlight, at the end of your turn, give me a fortitude save.
Yeah, it's 28.
28's gonna fail. Okay, so the first time taking any starvation aura damage since we exited the stable.
How does Aleshi feel like starvation? Is it just like, is Moonlight really dry?
Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, that's in my backstory. That's why Moonlight is reds and dark colors, because they were starved so frequently that they didn't get the nourishment and sunlight that they needed.
Does Moonlight get a bonus to this aura because of the backstory?
It'd be like a negative, dude.
They've
It'd be like
experienced starvation before?
PTSD.
I mean, it's not going to be a +4 circumstance bonus, which is what's needed for a 28 to be successful, so...
Is this magical or just an aura? I mean, it's still a 29, so it's not going to help me. It's not going to get me there.
It has the divine and necromancy traits, so yeah, this would be magical aura.
So I get a 29. Big whoop. Okay.
Well, that does fail. You take 27 points of damage, and you are also fatigued.
Which doesn't have anything to do with running in this game.
On its turn, it is going to spend its first 2 actions. Does it have to squeeze in between here? What the fuck are those posts?
I think that's the holding up the top level.
Fuck, you're right. It is.
Yeah, it'd be for the balcony.
Yeah.
So can I just knock down like the entire fucking top level, the corner of the top level?
It'd be pretty fucking cinematic.
On top of itself, maybe?
So yeah.
Yeah, you've made it pretty clear. It just plows through.
It smashes.
It just plows through shit. So that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to come up, and because of the map, the space between the pylons holding up the second story and the bunkhouses, it has to smash through one of the two. And it chooses to smash through the pylons that are beneath the second level. And the whole floor that was holding the lounge just comes toppling down as this thing crashes through it. So it moves right up in Moonlight's space, but it doesn't make like eye contact with you, Moonlight. It is looking directly at Peach Pie. So you think the invisibility is actually keeping you hidden.
Okay.
Which takes us to the wizard.
I call the other Phantom Steed up next to us. Wait, do I need to? Moonlight can ride Turtle.
True.
No, I don't call the other Phantom Steed then. Jeb ran off into the woods by himself like some crazy man.
He's a druid. He likes the woods.
Fucking hickburns, man. They just wander off and they come back with syrup. It doesn't make sense.
I got influence nature, dude. I can just make the whole forest help me.
Yeah. So did this thing take any damage to itself when that floor just fell on him? Or is there like rubble around there? Or like what happened there? You kind of said it happened, but nothing really like climactic happened from it. Is it difficult terrain?
I would say this section right here is difficult terrain, which is right underneath where it would have been. Sure. Let's make it make a reflex save. DC 28. It gets 20. 6d6. Bludgeoning damage.
For a fucking second floor falling on you?
The corner of a second story.
I mean, the whole thing's not going to fall on him.
Okay.
So it takes 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Speaking is a free action, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to say something before Peach Pie goes.
First and second action, I cast a gravity well in between it and the broken building to try to pull some of the break some more of the building off into him as it pulls together.
Okay.
So where exactly? You don't know where Moonlight is.
That's true. I mean, I would have put it like, I would have just put it like immediate, like right in between the two of them, not knowing where Moonlight is.
I suppose the Moonlight would be in that then, wouldn't they?
Honestly, it's a 30-foot radius burst. It's going to get Moonlight.
One way or the other.
Pretty much no matter
One way
what.
or the other, it's going to hit Moonlight. I don't know where you are. My bad.
You don't. It's not. It's true.
Invisibility.
So reflex saves.
It gets a 24 and fails.
Moonlight gets a 36.
Moonlight succeeds. So success, you move 5 feet closer. That failure, it's going to move 15 feet closer. And I don't know if like I do destroy any more of the building with the gravity well or not. But
You know, I like it enough that I'm going to give you a hero point, and we're going to make it take another reflex save here.
I'm hoping to throw it into difficult terrain.
Okay, yeah. And you do pull down more of the second story down onto this thing as the gravity well is just breaking pieces of wood and furniture are falling upon it. It is in difficult terrain. It's going to make a reflex save. DC 28 succeeds with a 31, but it'll take half of 6d6. So it takes 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
And the 5 feet he pulled Moonlight wasn't enough to put Moonlight in that area.
That's correct.
Third action, I will tell the Phantom Steed next to me to move 40 feet to get closer to Peach Pie. So I imagine it's within like a move or two of Peach Pie at this point. Like counting it out, it should be about 2 movements away from Peach Pie.
So you're trying to get it next to Peach Pie?
Yeah, I see Peach Pie there. I want to get Peach Pie some faster movement to get the fuck out of there. I still don't know where Moonlight is. I never saw Moonlight come out from around the building.
Also true.
And Jeb's just gone.
Peach Pie, you'll hear a voice call out, "Wait for me, Peach Pie," indicating to let me go first and delay your turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I hear Moonlight say that. I assume Moonlight's invisible. Haven't seen you do that before. Unseen invisibilities, whatever. And I will indeed delay.
All right, so with Peach Pie delays, we come to Jebediah moving his little stumpy dwarf legs to the west now. Or maybe he's just communing with nature. Who knows? Nobody can see him.
Does Turtle have scent? Like, would Turtle be able to smell
Yeah.
Moonlight?
Turtle has sent.
I mean, Jebediah is not really around to direct Turtle anymore, other than the last thing he kind of said was to go.
Turtle gets at least one action of their own.
Per round, yeah, regardless.
We're completely separate right now. She gets her own turns. She's free will right now.
Yeah, at this point, she is guarding the performers and the employees and the patrons of Fortune's Hall.
Like I said, she's got her own actions, but that's what Moonlight told her to do. So if she listens to Moonlight or not, that's up to Jeb. But
No, it's up to her.
Which means it's up to me.
okay, it's up to Spencer.
No, it's up to her. No one has control. Stop right there, you power-hungry GM.
Can we make like an AI for Turtle?
Moonlight, it's your turn.
Moonlight's still invisible. Runs just past Peach Pie, and then casts invisibility on Peach Pie.
Ooh.
So Peach Pie gets invisibility.
Ooh. Interesting.
And that's my turn.
Well, the humans continue to run.
And they should be a long way out there by this point. Then,
At this point, they're off map.
or Moonlight will be like, "Okay, run."
Sure. Yeah. Action 1, grab Moonlight. Action 2, I'm not going to bother with the steed. I run fast enough. I've got Moonlight, and I'm just going to book it.
So because you're going through the backyard, and it's so tall, and the fact that this deck that leads up to the second story is out here too, it actually has to take the time to crash through the deck that leads up, the stairway that leads up to the second story. And it's about 20 feet away from Peach Pie and Moonlight, and about, 60 feet away from the wizard?
Yeah, 55, I think, to be exact.
So right now, the only thing, it comes around the corner, it sees the wizard and 2 phantom steeds. And it's the wizard's turn.
Okay, I start leading it north, or I'm gonna start going north. And I'm gonna kite the fuck out of it with my cantrips.
Yeah, you do have to tell the horse to move, so it will catch you if you try to do that.
I mean, I tell it to move 40 feet straight north. I fire a Ray of Frost at it. We'll see if the Ray of Frost does any damage.
Ooh.
You already know it's resistant to cold.
I don't know how much, though. Some of it might still go through. I don't have any. I mean, all of the spells I have, it can resist.
But then it's gonna move 75 towards you.
And then I'll use 2 actions to move 80 away.
We had this conversation with the golem.
And I will waste my third action. Like, I have more movement than it. I can kite it. It will take a while because its movement speed's closer to mine, but I could theoretically just continue to kite it.
I think it boils down to move for 1 round, cast the cantrip with the next round, move for the next round, cast the cantrip, and you can indefinitely kite this thing.
The question is, can I actually damage it? I would likely need to use a Ray of Frost just because of the actual reach of it, 120 feet, whereas the rest of my spells are like 30. So Ray of Frost would cap at 64 plus 5, so that'd be 29 damage?
This is going to depend on Peach Pie and Moonlight. Are you going to allow the wizard to lead this thing north?
I mean, I can't stop the wizard from doing wizard shit. Wizard's going to do wizard shit.
You're both invisible. Unless you intervene, wizard shit's going to occur.
I mean, quite honestly, Moonlight could keep casting also then.
Yeah.
Problem is, I don't have any long range stuff, so.
So if Peach Pie doesn't want to get on the mount, maybe Moonlight gets on the mount and Peach Pie goes and catches up with the people?
I've got spells. I can hide and shit. Peach Pie can't.
It's true. But I'm willing to kite it and hit it with my hammer.
Yeah, but then you have to end your turn within its reach and shit like that.
Yeah, you'd have to actually end it within the 60 feet, whereas I don't.
I want the math to work. The wizard can deal. It has resistant 10 cold, so it's cold resist 10. which means that the wizard could, theoretically, kite this thing indefinitely through the swamp, which is difficult terrain for both the horse and for it.
And if I ever do critically hit it, it's going to reduce its speed, so it also might get off extra damage, so it won't take fucking forever.
Yeah, I think here's what Peach Pie would do. Peach Pie would see that Wizard's doing wizard shit. I've seen Wizard do this before. I'd move over kind of to where you have Turtle on the map here, so way off to the west. I am basically just going to try and cover the retreat of the citizens. So if I see it going towards them, I'll try and stand in the way and give it a smack. If I see it coming towards me at all, I run. And otherwise, I just watch Wizard do Wizard.
Yeah, Moonlight would actually probably do the same thing Peach Pie wants to do.
Oh, that's right. It can't see me. It's not going to run after.
It can't see either one of us. So I would just continue to cover the retreat of these guys too then.
Yeah.
I don't have the spells to do what the wizard is trying to do. I don't have the range, so... And I can't keep up with this creature.
So as an invisible Peach Pie and Moonlight flee west behind Turtle and the patrons and employees of Fortune's Hall, they end up on the path to go back towards Willowside, and they are running. And if they look back behind them in the distance, they see the head of this skeleton monstrosity just stomping through the swamplands with the occasional burst of cold energy hitting him right in the forehead. After a couple of rounds, everybody, the crowd and everyone stops and they just watch the spectacle, because just over the treetops they can see this thing getting pinged over and over again as it's being led in a circle throughout the swamps. And after, this thing has 143 health left, it has 32 AC and a 10 resist cold.
I would need to roll an 11 to hit it.
So it's basically 50-50.
50-50.
It's 50-50, and you do what, 66?
64 plus 5, so 29 damage cap. 64 plus 5.
What is average? Not much.
3 2s and 3 3s, so it'd be 6, 15 plus 5, 20.
Average is 20.
Average would be 20.
So on average, you're gonna be pinging 10 points of damage from this thing per hit. So let's say you get one hit every 2 rounds. It has 143 health left, takes 15 hits. In 3 minutes of the wizard on the back of his phantom steed leading this gigantic undead monstrosity through the swamps, finally you hear the boom of it collapsing and clattering into pieces into the swamps. You have defeated the undead monster.
Sweet, I loot it.
Wait, how big was the breath weapon? Why did it never use his breath weapon again?
It's only 30 feet.
It's
only a 30 foot, yeah. So the wizard.
And I imagine it takes 2 or 3 actions. It's never catching up to do that.
Wizard, you may have all loot. You earned it.
There's gonna be no loot. It's a pile of dead bones.
There might be something in the barn.
Is there loot?
Yeah, there's loot.
Oh fuck yeah! I loot the fuck out of it.
Well, that went about as well as it could have, while also going terribly.
Truly, you guys did a great job there.
Peach Pie saved the day. Peach Pie was MVP. You saved Jeb. You saved Jeb. Like, you are MVP for that fight.
I do appreciate it.
It was either 2 of you die or this happens.
Because I thought we were just going to end up just attacking it until we both just suffocated and died.
I thought you guys were both dying too. I was like, fuck, we're going to have to order more art now.
So 2 things. The treasure that you're going to discover is literally on the remains of the deceased owner's corpses that make up this monstrosity. So as you're digging through the swamp and see what might have what things, it's pretty easy because the only things that you find are magical in nature. And your spell slime would help you identify them as being magical and to help you find them in the swamp.
Spell slime just like fucking wraps around the items for me and pulls them to me.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, buddy.
So the first thing you find is a magical sprig of holly and mistletoe.
Magical sprig of holly and mistletoe?
It's magical as fuck.
Eat it.
The second item is an Aeon Stone. It's a little golden nodule. Not as powerful or as magic as the mistletoe, but still magical and powerful in its own right.
Okay. I'll check out the mistletoe first. No, I'm gonna go meet up with. No, what would the? I was gonna say I'm gonna go meet up with everybody, but the Wiz wouldn't do that. He just found magical items. He's gonna check what the magical items are. It's the Wiz. Yeah, I'll do knowledge checks, or I'm sorry, identify magic checks on these 2 items.
All right.
Mistletoe first. I don't know if anybody else is gonna come get me.
Yeah, I'd wander my way over to
I mean, when it falls, Moonlight would definitely start heading that direction.
Yeah, we'll head over to
I have invisibility for 10 minutes, so, if it's still there, I'll still be invisible.
I got a 41 on the mistletoe.
Nice.
So while you're identifying the mistletoe, Moonlight and Peach Pie would show up.
I'm just holding a mistletoe in one hand, or holly and mistletoe in one hand, and magical stone, my own stone, in my left hand.
Hello, wizard. We're here, but we're invisible.
Sitting on or like in the pile of bones. I'm just chilling there.
Well done, wizard, on killing the monster skeleton.
Good job on saving Jeb. I wasn't gonna do that.
It was a close thing, but I'm glad we survived.
I found magical items.
Yay, magic.
They're all yours, unless they're really good.
The first thing you find, that mistletoe, is an item called a Greater Primeval Mistletoe. It is a 14th level item worth 3,900 gold. This sprig of berry-festooned holly and mistletoe doesn't wilt or rot. It can be used as a primal focus, and it also grants the creature holding it a +2 item bonus to nature checks. There are 3 interact activities you can get from using this thing. The first one, for 2 actions, once every 10 minutes, you can squeeze juice from one of the berries and smear it on a non-magical club or staff to cast Shillelagh against it. The second interact action you can use is once per day, you can twine the sprig around the wrist of one hand and touch a tree to cast Tree Shape upon yourself. And instead of becoming a tree, you become a vine on the touched tree. And the third thing you can do with it once per day, you can plant the primeval mistletoe into an area of natural earth or stone. And once planted, it immediately sprouts into an area of holly brushes that don't impede movement and that pulse with positive energy and replicate the Field of Life spell for 1 minute.
I toss it to Moonlight and say it's a tree-like thing that's worth a shit ton of money. We probably want to sell it.
You're the one that holds most of our items.
Yeah, but I just wasn't sure if you wanted, you want to check it out, or if you want it, or if you agree that we can just sell it. You're still the leader, Moonlight. I'm asking permission. Can we sell this, or do you want to keep it?
I can't think of a reason we need, any of that stuff specifically.
Up the sleeve it goes. Arcana check on the magical stone.
Alright, let's see it.
36.
36 gets it. This is a gold nodule Aeon stone. And this particular stone, when you invest it, you gain the ability to understand, speak, and write the language that is associated with this stone. The language associated with this stone is Sylvan.
Okay, 2 of us already know that. How much is this shit worth?
230 gold.
Selling that too. So 20 minutes I leave. I don't know if Peach Pie and Moonlight hung out with me the entire time or if they went back. I would have stayed there and just kept identifying. I would have been like, you guys can go back if you want. I'm cool here. I got magical items to look at.
I guess not knowing how dangerous it is there, I think we just probably stay in a group.
I think we just wait and head back as a group.
Nah, I'm fine.
Moonlight does need to go back to that stable.
Oh, your staff.
My staff is in there. Also, check it out and see if there's anything in there too.
Yeah, I suppose we can search there too.
I'll head back with Moonlight if Peach Pie wants to go double check on the citizens. I don't know if Bernard would talk him into it.
Yeah, if you two want to go into the stables and search that, yeah, I'll jog or run, or I'll go grab the Phantom Steed and catch back up with the citizens and Turtle and just escort them to the circus or town.
We just split into 3 different areas. Jeb's on his own, Peach Pie's with the citizens, me and Moonlight are back at the building, or at the stables.
Well, I'll catch them and tell them they don't have to run anymore.
Yeah, and they'll be on the trail. And then Jeb, who also fled east and then south and then west, would also end up on the trail and run into you all eventually as well.
I'm way ahead of you guys. I never stopped running.
And he was faster than the group.
Yeah.
I'm already in fucking town. I'm just gonna live a simple life with Ellie.
Done adventuring after getting swallowed by the huge skeleton monster. Well, that's it now.
I wouldn't blame you.
He's a circus performer now.
He's now a 12th level circus performer.
We weren't nervous that Jeb and Peach Pie were gonna die at all. Not even a little. Well, as you can see, Pathfinder 2nd Edition continues to be dangerous and deadly, even at 12th level. Just how ramped up is this adventure gonna get as we head towards level 20? Find out as we continue the Extinction Curse. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.